Hey, it's Dan Moralez, and this is Homebuyer Radio, episode number 31. Hey, we're doing this week's episode from the road. I am down in Dallas, Texas, attending a seminar, and totally forgot to do this week's episode like I normally would. So if you notice the sound quality is a little off this week, that is because I'm doing this thing from my phone, and I wanted to make sure we didn't skip a week. But hey, we've been working on a series that is how to screw up your loan approval. Right, we've talked about not switching jobs, how that can be problematic. We talked about, if you will, if you go through and incur new debt, how that can be an issue as well too. What I wanted to talk about is this week is one more way how you can screw up your loan approval, and one of the ways you can do that is by having large amounts of untraceable deposits, if you will, go into your bank accounts, okay? One of the biggest challenges that clients have as part of the mortgage process is being able to document where their money for down payment has come from. And we've talked a little bit about this in other episodes. But long story short, every dime that you use towards the purchase of your house for down payment and closing costs, we've got to be able to document where that money came from, okay? So if you have a deposit into your account that is something different than, let's say, a direct deposit of payroll, we've got to be able to show where that money came from if you need to count those dollars as part of the funds that you need to be able to close on your home purchase, okay? So super important that if you have deposits that are going into your bank accounts, that you're able to show where that money came from. Because if I can't track where that money comes from, I generally can't count it towards your funds that are available for down payment and or closing costs, which means we could have a delay or difficulty in being able to get your final loan approval. Okay. Now, a lot of times clients wonder, well, why do you really care, where that money comes from? Long story short, an underwriter is going to look to see, that you have enough money to close. But most importantly, looking to make sure that you didn't get your money for down payment from some type of source that's not acceptable. Making sure you didn't get it from the realtor, or you didn't get it from the seller, or you didn't go borrow it from a credit card or something like that. Because there are a number of different sources of funds that, in all honesty, you cannot count towards your down payment and or closing costs, okay? So, of course, we'll walk you through the process. One more reason why it's a good idea to get started on a mortgage, formal mortgage approval prior to doing your house shopping. That way you know for sure, what you need to document and, kind of how much cash you should expect to need to have for your loan closing when it's all said and done. Okay. Hey, I apologize again for this week's, audio quality being a little off compared to what it would normally be. We'll get back on track for next week, but that is the third installment of how you can screw up your mortgage approval. Again, my name is Dan Moralez, NMLS number 709729. You can reach me at danmoralez.com. That's DANMORALEZ.com, or at 616-931-4629. Again, 616-931-4629. And remember, North Point Bank is an equal housing lender.